Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we will discuss about the most important MCQ for the NORCET exam and other nursing exam. Let's start. A neonate born to a mother with untreated syphilis should be given option A, oral azithromycin, option B, IM penicillin, option C, IV ceftriaxone, option D, no treatment unless the symptomatic. The answer is option B, IM penicillin. Next, because congenital syphilis is prevented by the giving penicillin to the neonate. Next, a patient with CKD, chronic kidney disease, on dialysis reports muscle cramps and tingling around the mouth. Lab values show the calcium level is 6.5 mg per del. The nurse should suspect it. Option A, hyperglycemia, option B, hypocalcemia, option C, hyperkalemia, option D, hypernatremia. The answer is option B, hypocalcemia. Because CKD patient often developed the hypocalcemia, is some sign is tingling, tetany, muscle cramps. Next, a patient with peritoneal dialysis develops cloudy dialysate outflow and abdominal pain. The nurse suspects option A, peritonitis, option B, catheter displacement, option C, constipation, option D, blocked catheter. The answer is option A, peritonitis. Cloudy effluent shown in the infection, it is known as the peritonitis. So the answer is option A. Next, a woman with IUD, intrauterine device, in situ develop missed period, abdominal pain and fainting attack. The nurse should suspect option A, ectopic pregnancy, option B, threatened abortion, option C, pelvic infection, option D, ovarian cyst. The answer is option A, ectopic pregnancy. Because IUD user have higher risks of ectopic pregnancy. This some classical sign is amenorrhea, pain and fainting. So the answer is option A. Next, a patient with asthma attack is given salbutamol nebulization. After 2 doses, he develops tremors, tachycardia and restlessness. This indicates option A, hypoglycemia, option B, drug side effect, option C, oxygen toxicity, option D, anaphylaxis. The answer is option B, drug side effect. Because beta 2 agonist salbutamol causes the tachycardia, tremors and palpitation. Next, a child with measles is admitted. The nurse should ensure option A, strict contact precaution, option B, airborne isolation and vitamin A supplementation, option C, droplet isolation and antibiotics, option D, only supportive care at home. The answer is option B, airborne isolation and vitamin A supplementation. Because measles spread by the airborne route, vitamin A reduces the severity. Next, a patient after the cholecystectomy complains pain, severe shoulder pain. The nurse should explain that this is due to option A, infection, option B, referred pain from CO2 gas used in surgery, option C, muscle spasm, option D, gallstone migration. The answer is option B, referred pain from CO2 gas used in the surgery, because laparoscopic surgery mainly used the CO2 gas irritates the diaphragm, referred the shoulder pain. So the answer is option B. Next, a patient with shock is receiving norepinephrine infusion. The IV side becomes cold, pale and swollen. The nurse should first, option A, remove the IV and apply warm compression. Option B, inject phentolamine into the side. Option C, elevated the arm. Option D, stop infusion and start new IV line. The answer is option D, stop infusion and start the new IV line, because then treated the site with the phentolamine. It will help to recover easily. Next, a nurse is caring for psychiatric patient who repeatedly washes hand for hours and is distressed if interrupted. This behavior indicates option A, obsession. Option B, compulsion. Option C, delusion. Option D, phobia. The answer is option B, compulsion, because repetitive action, it causes the reduced anxiety like hand washing is known as the compulsion. So the answer is compulsion. Next, a 60-year-old patient develops sudden cardiac chest pain radiating to left arm, sweating and collapse. ECG shows ST elevation. What is the priority nursing action? Option A, give aspirin and prepare for the reperfusion. Option B, provide morphine for the pain. Option C, give oxygen 5 liters per minute. Option D, reassure patient. The answer is option A, give aspirin and prepare for the reperfusion, because ST elevation, MI need immediate aspirin plus reperfusion is life saving. Next, a patient in septic shock is on norepinephrine infusion despite fluids and vasopressors. BP remains 70/40 mm of Hg. The next line of management is option A, add vasopressin infusion. Option B, increase the norepinephrine dose further. Option C, start oral midodrine. Option D, stop all vasopressor. The answer is option A, add the vasopressin infusion, because in refractory septic shock, vasopressin or epinephrine is added along with the norepinephrine to improve the BP. Next, a 25-year-old woman with polycystic ovarian syndrome present with irregular cycles, obesity and infertility. The first line lifestyle advice by nurse should be option A, low fat high protein diet. Option B, regular exercise and weight reduction. Option C, increase salt and water intake. Option D, avoid contraceptive completely. The answer is option B, regular exercise and weight reduction, because weight loss improves the ovulation, insulin sensitivity and fertility in PCOS patients. Next, a patient with multiple injuries after a road accident is restless, tachycardia, hypotensive and has cool clammy skin. The nurse suspects option A, septic shock. Option B, hypovolemic shock. Option C, neurogenic shock. Option D, cardiogenic shock. The answer is option B, hypovolemic shock. Because trauma plus blood loss, here occurs trauma plus blood loss, and this is the sign of the hypovolemic shock. Sign like the tachycardia, hypotension and the cold skin. So the answer is option B. Next, a patient with pulmonary embolism is started on heparin infusion. Which lab test should the nurse monitor? Option A, PT-INR. Option B, APTT. Option C, platelet count only. Option D, serum fibrinogen. The answer is option B, APTT. Heparin therapy is monitored by the APTT and PT-INR warfarin. Next, a 6-year-old child with nephrotic syndrome is receiving corticosteroids. Which finding should alert the nurse immediately? Option A, weight gain. Option B, puffy face. Option C, high grade fever. Option D, increased the appetite. The answer is option C, high grade fever, because corticosteroid suppress the immunity. It can cause the fever, may indicates the severe infection. So the answer is option C, high grade fever. Next, a 60-year-old man with COPD suddenly becomes unresponsive. ABG shows PaO2 is 80 mm of Hg, PaO2 is 55 mm of Hg. The nurse anticipates. Option A, hypoxic drive suppression. Prepare for the mechanical ventilation. Option B, normal COPD findings. Continue same oxygen. Option C, metabolic alkalosis. Give sodium bicarbonate. Option D, asthma attack. Start the nebulization only. The answer is option A. Option A, hypoxic drive suppression. Prepare for the mechanical ventilation, because very high CO2 with low O2 oxygen level indicates the respiratory failure, so it requires immediate ventilator support. So the answer is option A. Next, a nurse is caring for a psychiatric patient who says, voices are telling me that I am a sinner and must die. What is the priority nursing action? Option A, distract the patient with activities. Option B, tell him voices are not real. Option C, ensure patient safety and prevent the self-harm. Option D, encourage him to listen the music. The answer is option C, ensure patient safety and prevent the self-harm, because it is a command of hallucination with suicidal content. So immediate suicide risk is there, so safety is the priority for the patient. Next, a patient with percutaneous endoscopic gastrostomy tube has sudden cough, dyspnea and drop in oxygen saturation during feeding. The nurse should first, option A, continue feeding slowly. Option B, check residual volume. Option C, stop feeding immediately and assess the airway. Option D, reinsert tube immediately. The answer is option B, stop feeding immediately and assess for the airway, because symptoms suggest the aspiration. First action is to stop feeding and maintain the airway. Next, a 35-year-old woman at 10 weeks gestation has vaginal bleeding, abdominal cramps and cervix dilated with products seen at OS. The type of abortion is threaded abortion. Option A, inevitable abortion. Option C, incomplete abortion. Option D, complete abortion. The answer is option C, incomplete abortion, because dilated cervix plus partial expulsion of products is known as the incomplete abortion. Next, a patient with acute kidney injury has serum potassium level is 7.0 MEq per liter, peaked TOFs on ECG and muscle weakness. The nurse should prepare to administer option A, IV calcium gluconate, option B, oral potassium supplements, option C, IV furosemides immediately, option D, increase the potassium rich diet. The answer is option A, IV calcium gluconate, because severe hyperkalemia with ECG changes, so we need to do the antidote of the IV calcium gluconate is given first to stabilize the cardiac membrane. Thank you everyone. Please like, share and subscribe our channel.